Means the very approach to society has changed. There are positives in that, negatives are there. Negatives is even my wife may not get time to talk to me. Forget parents talking to their children. Children may not be willing to talk to them because they are more engaged in their social contacts. I told one of the officers it is better to contact you over phone. That will ease my work rather than simply coming here and waiting for hours together. Because I have to wait for half an hour to talk to you, but over phone 1 minute I would have done it. Sir, if you have texted, I would have sent it. Means life has become from socially oriented, realistic one to a kind of a virtual world. Whether it's good or bad for the society, it's for us and time to tell. In fact, when we see a lot of highly educated people committing suicide, probably there's need of social life. I love to come and meet people rather than virtual because you get a kind of a stress-free nature when you see the children like you. So that is the advantage. That is missing. And also the very social life has made you so weak. Guys at the age of 40 are having diabetes, sugar, BP, all that. Human being has come into existence to have a very good physical life. We have lost that to this virtual world, which is very, very dangerous also. This information communication technology, with the advent of pseudonymous, anonymous, all that thing, has increased the cyber crimes also. Would you agree with me now? Anybody has any doubt? Cyber crimes are growing higher than expected. And in India, the figures which we show later will show you phenomenal increase in crime rates. When crimes are unabated, when crimes are happening without any respect for the boundary or political law, the thefts in the intellectual property, do you think they can be contained? For example, he sees a brand being used by somebody else. It is his brand, trademark. What he has to do? He has to report to police. If he goes to the police saying, sir, my brand has been used in the physical world, they would have come and seized maximum. Even they would have said, hey, ನಾಲ್ಕು ಮರ್ಡರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, 10 ಇದಾಗಿದೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡಕ್ಕೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ದು ಯಾವ ಐಟಮ್ ಹೋಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೋಗ್ರಿ. He will throw you away, saying that I don't have to investigate the traditional crime, your property crime, that too virtual property, forget it. So it has least one in the real world itself. When it comes to virtual world, when you lodge a complaint, what will happen? Is it possible for them to look in? Where they have the capacity to come and seize, they are not having time to come to you. Today, if you say that there is a plagiarism copyright violation that has happened, is it possible for them, or whether they are qualified to see whether plagiarism has happened, whether the crime has happened, whether they are able to prove it in a court of law, whether they are able to produce those evidences, whether the victim can be given proper damages for extortion liabilities, or the perpetrator of crime, whether he is in India, whether the network is in India. Just think of this unconnected dots which I told you. Even if I ask you highly educated in cyber aspects, you will fail. What about a policeman? He might have passed PUC or something like that. There, you require a higher skill. Even if you identify the thief, can you get him? A big robber like who is sitting in UK, we are not able to bring him, even though that country's court has asked him to get out. The government is keeping it. Very unfortunate. For your petty IP threats, how it is possible? Now we will look into, I am not going to talk what is IP, how it is generating, all that is fine. But my aim is whether IP law today can protect your interests in the cyber world. We will take a very, very simple example. She is a music lover. She has purchased 10 music cassettes, CDs or MP3s. She has been on licensed work. She has downloaded. The author or the singer is benefited. She also is a lover. She also does the 10. They exchange using the platform owned by him. He is the platform owner. So her 10 can be exchanged. She can also listen, fine. But he gives the facilities for both of them to listen to their 10 plus 10, 10 plus 10. Now this guy has 20 unlicensed as an intermediary hosting them. He will say, you want it? Come on, I will give you code number, you can download. This is the fee. Now who gets the money? Where is the author? Where is the relief in the copyright law? Whether we have changed the approach of the copyright law, which was possible in the physical world of 1800s, 1900s, till 2000, to the cyber world? Or do we require a separate set of law where it improves? If you look in a film that is going to be released, even before it is released, Bodyguard was a film by Reliance Industries people. They were thinking of releasing the next day, Friday. Thursday itself, evening, it was viewed by more than millions of people across the globe. Who is going to visit the theater the next day to see her? That guy was so worried, he went for John Doe order. What is John Doe order? You are law students, I don't want to explain. John Doe order, there they gave anybody using it in any website, doing anything, or asked not to put it down, and nobody should be allowed. They will be tried. Fine, how many people is going to try, man? It will be 10 times more than the production of his film. And can he spend so much of money to protect his film, copyright of his film? So music is out, film is out, photos is slightly impossible. Can the photographer say it is protected? He makes it. If somebody downloads it, it is not possible. In other words, the legal system of copyright law is not equipped. If you look into the copyright law, the term internet is nowhere exists. You forget anything giving you relief. Internet terminology is not there. Only in, even worse than that, if there is a violation under Information Technology Act, it will override all other enactments of earlier made law. It was said. If there is a violation in the Information Technology Act, and if there is a violation of IP copyright law, but it has to be condoned because IT law takes over. Only in the year 2009, they gave an exception, except trademark law and copyright law. In 2012, they brought one more amendment where they said library to keep its physical copy can scan and keep it. It is a fair practice. What is that? Fair use provisions, doctrine, fair use doctrine. If she has a library, 10 books she has purchased for physical books, she can digitalize and use, ask to the people who visit there to read. Now what is happening? That digitalized one, she is offering to everybody. Not you. Just don't mistake me. I'm just giving you. Now whether the author is getting money, In the famous Delhi Xerox case, they said education purposes you can use it, you can Xerox your book. Now you go and look into the Xerox fellow. That fellow become a millionaire, multi-millionaire. Because he says, sir, you book sir, the foreign author did sir. 200 rupees ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ sir. 200 rupees I will give you. It costs 2000 rupees. So he will, whatever Xerox earlier he has taken, he has the soft version. He will give you in a couple of minutes and he will make his money. How do you protect them? So would you agree with me that copyright cannot be contained with the existing law? Anybody opposing it? Please raise your hand. Now we will move to trademark law. If you go to Amazon, it will say, what are the best things available? Mobile. It will say Amazon mobile. Anything you ask, it talks about Amazon. Other states, he will not highlight. Such situation has come where when you strike, their products come. If you want to highlight your product, don't go to trademark law, go to Google, tell them whenever anybody wants for search, see that my product comes on top. Is it not possible to influence the market better than the trademark law? Now, it is not covered under trademark law, but they are making monopoly using their own coterie to play these games on us. Is it happening or not? By the time I Google one word, 10 articles from a particular author comes to me, as though nobody knows. Anybody else has not written. You think of any product, any service, these things are catered to you intentionally to influence you the market. Then where is the question of your trademark? There is another problem that is happening in the trademark trade. We call it as cyber stalking. What is cyber stalking? He is having, what's your name? Abhishek and Co. Limited. ACL brand. But I will open a domain name ACL and Company. He says, sir, ACL Abhishek is my brand name. How can you use it? I will say, no, I have not used the trademark, man. I am using domain name. I have registered my name. I don't know about your company. I have some other product. All his business will come to me now. What is the purpose of the trademark? To have monopoly, see that their products are repeated. There is a super highway to the consumers, isn't it? The purpose of IP is to commercialize and make profit. Now, Tata, in the name of Tata, there are 25 fellows who have booked Tata, and Tata has to fight, saying that it is my brand name. They said, we have not used the brand name. Tata we are using it as a domain name address. Sifi.net. Dr. Reddy's is a Dr. M. Reddy, Dr. P. Reddy, Dr. G. Reddy. You cannot stop that. You have people cheating you such kind of domain names, isn't it? RBIindian.com. There was recently, RBI से मुझे लेटर आया है, चलो यार घूमो, लगाओ, तुम्हारा पैसा गया, तुम्हारा अकाउंट गया, your money is gone, you are lost everywhere. You can see this kind of the popular names being used as a domain name by the fraudsters. To put it in a word, this is called cyber stalking. Luckily, in this case, which I mentioned you of Tatas, Reddys, and all that, court came to our rescue. It said, no doubt, it's a domain name, but it is used similar to trademark, and therefore they have to be treated. You are barred from registering their name. So they started slightly changing it also. They are still surviving. And I always say, somebody wants to have a trade name, I tell them, go and find out whether that has become a domain name already. If it is not, then you take it as a trade name, otherwise don't do it. So this is a problem. Sir, whether we have changed the trademark law later on, saying that domain name is also a trade name? No. Now, I think I have given sufficiently more examples to you how copyright law is not meeting the requirements of the property owner society in the cyber world can defend them? Do you think copyright law can stop the violation? I want your honest answers. You tell me one provision, sir, under this provision I can take it up, because you all studied law. Both the IP laws you have been masters. So you tell me, when there is no provision to fight against it, where is the possibility? Then I have to go for another law which governs the cyber law. What is the cyber law being governed in India? We have Information Technology Act 2000 as amended by 2008, and 2000 itself has a lot of provisions on e-commerce, electronic signatures and related matters. In that, we have a provision which is internationally transboundary applications are possible. Section 1 read with section 75 gives you powers if the victim is an Indian, if the system is Indian, or computer network is Indian, any one of them are Indian, then India can take it up. It has the locus standi. But the problem is, who is going to investigate as required under Evidence Act, right, with Information Technology Act? We have section 66B, you have heard of, I hope. There, it has to be forensically evidenced that this theft has happened from this fellow and this is the damage that has caused in a court of law, seeing that originality is maintained. There is nobody to pursue it. Where is the question of originality being published? So we are in a very, very threatening situation where we are searching for an answer. Do you have an answer? The purpose of seminars is to make you get into these kind of newer fields where you have to think. Now you tell me your law has to be upgraded. IT law has further upgraded. But courts have been very, very benevolent. In the CFI case, in other cases, they have come down, they have bridged that gap. There is one more issue you should know. Our Pratibha MC, yesterday she was very popular in the papers. She has overhauled 3 professors who copied, plagiarized a article on artificial intelligence belonging to somebody who has published a couple of years ago. Verbatim. They have published the books and sold the books. Now she said, she was very angry, said, very rarely we get this kind of things. People do not complain. Now plagiarism openly done. Call those 3 authors. All the 3 authors were made to be present in her presence. She is from Bengaluru, Pratibha Singh, from Bengaluru Law College. Okay? She may be younger to me, couple of years. Singh is one borrowed one after marriage. She is a Karnataka, don't have to worry. But she is the brilliant IPR judge as on today. She has, in one of the cases, some fellow wrote a book on our famous yoga guru, Ramdev. All rubbish things they created, without any evidence, he published the book. Ramdev went to court of law. It's all unproven. So that book was prohibited to be sold. That guy made digital copy of it, released in the internet. When court called him, he said, Madam, you have only banned the publication of the book. I have not published. I have digitally released. I have not made any impact, violation of your law. Court was fully annoyed. At that time, Pratibha Singh only was the judge. She said, what is this? She said, you block all websites where this publication is there. So they published. I'll come back. I don't waste my time. I'm taking them in the. This you should have done 2 hours ago. Okay? Now, see, the cyber law has taken us very fast, cyber technology. But our guys have yet to pick up. Okay? Now, this book, she blocked it. Okay, all the Indian web servers blocked it. Fine. In India you could not. But in all other parts of the world, you could see it. Then she was brought again. Ramdev group came. Madam, you have ordered for blocking, but they have not blocked. They have blocked only for viewers in India. Then she comes out with new one. See the prioritization for protecting the rights by the court, we should appreciate, even though when there is a no law. She comes out geo-blocking, that's the terminology she uses. Wherever, whenever in the world who is having this book being shown or violating Indian law, she openly declares it. He orders that fellow to geo-block wherever it is being shown. Her orders can be only in the words. In the implementation, it may be next to impossible. Would you agree with me, friends? All of a sudden, he has downloaded a copy, he will upload in one place. Matter ends. Then you can see the problems we are undergoing in this digital scheme as far as IP rights are concerned. IP rights are any property. It is the owner who has to pursue. Fine. But if the owner is not having the capacity to pursue, there is the question. If it is the selling of a book, selling of a product, I would have noticed in the market, I could have sued him. But the industrial explosion has taken such a steam out of this. Individual property rights have become meaningless as of today. Now, the law is not protecting me. I'll go to the last but third sign. Can you give me that? Let me cue them. How much time I can speak? Another 15 minutes. Will you bear with me? Say yes or no, man. Yes, we will. Okay? Come on. This is all crime, all that I have given. Don't worry. These are all various streams of cyber. It would have been better if I could explain all of them. I'll try to come to the end. How various types are happening, plagiarism, sawing. This is our bodyguard case, I told you, film. The Tondo order, you see how it reads? Unnamed, undisclosed persons are restrained from communicating, making available, distributing, duplicating, displaying, releasing, showing, uploading, downloading, exhibiting, playing. See the possibilities of the internet world. If you say uploading is not there, other things are there. So it is something you cannot control. And you see the formats. It could be CD, DVD, Blu-ray, disc, VCD, cable TV, DTH, internet, MMS, tapes, conditional access systems. You could have today, as of today, I would have said mobile phone, the most dangerous elements. They are more dangerous than a AK-47. Would you agree with me? When I teach my imports and exports, I used to say physical imports, physical exports. Today I talk about e-commerce across the globe happening in no time, and e-money gaming and e-transactions on investments. How to catch the tax? It's something very, very tough ask for us, challenging time. Now, when that kind of property itself is very difficult to tap, how about this? Who's going to carry you? Where can you complain? Now, simple thing. She has a patent. If somebody violates, where she will go and file a complaint? Patent has only civil rights, no criminal also. Okay, he has a trademark. Your trademark has been used on a product. It is being sold somewhere else in another country. How do you do it? Yours is a national law. It gives only national authority. But in another country, you have to go and register. Can you go across the globe and register? Is there any way? There is one mandate route, man. You should study. And similarly, in patent, we have PCT routes. Have you come across that? PCT route of filing patent applications across the globe in one place. Similarly, in copyright, you have the Paris agreements which provide you. So they are trying to internationalize that. But national, effective or national only, and you cannot go to every country and register. So where am I to go now? Who is going to rescue me? Here is another case. Lahari recording. This is similar to the one that I told you. They are all exchanging audio, and that fellow is collapsing as a company. He has invested crores of rupees. He says, Ram sir, we are not getting what to do. He participated in one of the NLSU conferences where on library things and all discussions were telling, and broadcasting services also. They wanted music to be treated as broadcasting on the digital one. So those are what danger and so on. They were saying now itself we have become paupers. Creators have become paupers. How do we gain? Ransomware, this is the law I told you already. I have not lost anything. Our justice, madam, I have already told you. Titan cases, Amazon cases, these are all Yahoo cases you can read. These are all available in the technical, this one only. Now, what is the way out? When law has failed, technology at least should come to some rescue. Whether technology can come to some rescue? The answer is yes. Look into the various technologies things I have explained here. Are you able to see this? You look at the previous ones. Cryptography. Can we not do something with cryptography? Using it from plagiarism, can we avoid? Can we stop somebody downloading it? Now technology is coming. It will not allow even to copy. Forget about downloading. Means it is not possible for the present day law, which was done hundreds of years ago, to protect the property today. It is impossible for the law also to come to that level. And information technology law also has failed us. So only technology should hold hand. Yeah, good. Equip yourself, come on. You are audible, but I want everybody to be audible. I am not selfish. Okay? Without this, I am audible.
Sir, we showed on the screen, all of them are more like a precautionary one. Like when you are getting onto the dark web or anything of that, you can use one of them as a precaution as for your business. But that said, post if something has happened, to trace back, like you said, there's no pertaining law we have. How do you do it? Like,
You are a trap. Yes, understood me. I appreciate my students who understand my approach. And without PPT, she has followed me. I am very fine with you. May I know your name and from where you are? Good, good, good. Now, this is not an alternate to the legal laws. First of all, you should say. Anything you have technology, you can prevent it. But that prevention is like a physical barrier. But if somebody violates it, you have to again forensically study and take the legal course. In addition to the legal course, in addition to applying for trademark and taking, in addition to getting a copyright available in your name, if somebody violates, if you have this protection, nobody could violate. Whether this is exhaustive, no. This list I prepared with the help of people Bengaluru, where I visited the engineering colleges. I asked them, I was entire evening I was there. They said, sir, you can speak as long as you want. The boys, around 200 children were there. I was telling them, come on, tell me one by one. I told them, whatever technology they're saying, list it out and have the list here before you. Not because of me, I don't know anything. It's my students of engineer there. So these are all the various technologies that are possible. Cryptography, digital signature technology, digital watermark, electronic mark, anti-erasing ink, plant identifiers, all the blah 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 like in digital. But the problem here is, for every type of product or every type of property, you have to be innovative. Such issue came in one of the issues where Kashmir Pashmina shawls, they are very very costly. But less than half the price, more duplicates are sold. It is similar to our KSFC sarees, KSIC saree, isn't it? Mysore silk saree. Every road they will be selling Mysore silk, but all of them are fake. I told the KSIC fellow, why you are not charging? Sir, I have to do that business only. These Pashmina fellows have inserted a chip which will show that it is original. I appreciate that. That chip will have the details of the manufacturer, date of manufacture, and it will also ask them to register. They will register the customer. Thereby, their authenticity could be checked. Are you getting me? When they supply the stock to the dealer, they are already scanned them, and it will come. And dealer, whatever he sells, the chips, the other fellow may start also a chip, isn't it? So the particular chip he has inserted could be visualized to the company, this one, and the name of the buyer also will be available with all details. Like that, they are trying to connect their customers. By connecting, the next time when they want, they can reach those customers and tell them, we have come out with this brand, isn't it? The purpose of trademark is to reach the customers, isn't it? You are happy with Amul early morning or Nandini because you have the faith. What trademark is all about? It's about quality and giving repeated customers. That's why you have to have a trademark. Otherwise, why should I have a trademark? Isn't it? Why do you go for a fast track? Is it fast track? Huh? Where is she? Oh, she has gone for. She loves that. Whether that watch works or not, or whether she works according to watch or not, but that watch brand makes her happy. No, that's the truth. It's not her. You see, say what is the specs brand, man? Lens card. He wants only lens card. Without whether it is possible to see properly or not, lens card has advertised and it has taken his heart. All brands are only to reach the consumers. I'll tell you a small story. It was 10 o'clock after our regular GST, this one I was tired, I was coming to Bengaluru back. Even at 12 o'clock, the flight will not start. At 12:30, sir, we are moving, sir, please come. He took us. And 12:30, there was an alarm clock. Alarm clock means in the flight, a baby started crying. We tried to console the child, maybe 1.5 years. And we are struggling, I am also struggling. It is saying, I want paper boat, paper boat. She is crying. I did not know what is paper boat. I took up a paper, made a boat, tried to give it. It threw me on my face and everybody was, what is this fool? I said, it is asking paper boat I am giving. The girl next to me, she came with juice bottle, paper boat and gave the child. And the child was happy. There was silence. But it was getting exhausted. She is so clever. She went and filled water. But still the baby was happy because it was seeing the paper boat. So that is the intention of a brand. Whether it is tasteful, whether it is useful or not, you grind on the brand, and therefore brand is an essential element to sell your product. The IP is to make you monopoly in the market. Once you cannot do it, what is the use of trademark? Why do you waste money? You spend money to get that market. Lot of SSIs lost the market during the COVID season. I told them, why people are not coming? What is the brand name we are having? Sir, we did not have brand name. I said, you have done a blunder. Brand name is such a weapon. People would have in the other countries said, hey, give me that brand item. Get it. Then you would have exported. The consumers, to reach the consumers, The super highway is the trademark which you have failed, and it doesn't cost you much, and it is perpetually available to you. You can go on renewing. There is less creativity, more opportunity in that. Oh, you did not. You look into your patent law. How long patent law can be used? Forget it. You will close today's IPs. It's 20 years, isn't it? From the time of your application. They will take a couple of years or 3 years to grant. Afterwards, 20 years, you will lose market, public will enjoy. Some guy said, sir, I am having only 3 more years for my product. What should I do? I told him, whether you are having any brand name. No, sir. I said, you are a fool. After 20 years, anybody in the public can manufacture your product and compete in the market. By that time, if you have established your trademark, everybody would have said, I want that trademark. Even though there are 100 competitors, they would not have taken. That is the power of the trademark. And what trademark costs, what patent costs, patent may cost you lakhs and lakhs of rupees. Here, hardly some 5,000 rupees. The Belgaum boys did 3-4 trademarks for themselves to try out how to obtain a trademark. So, now, this is where we are struggling. There is no political will to strictly enforce the law. Legal powers and willingness to conduct secret trials, criminal proceedings are all gone. And you see the law. Law is somewhere here. IT law slightly higher. But IP theft, on the moon. Would you agree with me? There is a huge gap, unanswered, it is being enjoyed. Some fellow was telling, sir, we are enjoying the digital technology. One of these scoundrels, criminals, police brought to interrogate. I told him, from where you brought? Sir, we brought him from a remote village in Jharkhand. He has swindled crores of rupees belonging to US people. Such a great fellow. What is his educational qualification? 4th standard. What is his education standard? 4th standard. He has looted 100 accounts of US citizens. Imagine. And where he was on the top of the tree when arrested. Hey, why? In search of, he is afraid, that's why he went. No, sir, to get the network was on the top of the tree. Are you able to get it? How criminals are moving around, and as educated, we are hardly educating ourselves about preventing such damages. This is where we have to awaken. There are customs provisions also. Lot of provisions are there, but there is hardly anything that is happening. Information Technology Act has to be replaced. There is a move to bring digital law technology, and lot of changes are happening in the personal PDP bill, which I don't want. What is the time now? Just a couple of minutes, some interesting things. Way forward. Today we are in Industry 4.0, moving to Industry 5. Almost some of the developed nations have already reached Industry 5.0. What is Industry 4.0? There is no physical interface. Morning we were talking about AI. It is one of the elements. See, in the regular industry, if you look into one, there was no electricity. Mostly it was production by the masses. Industry was run by the masses. They were producing. We invented printing machine. We invented electricity. There we started having more volumes created for the people. Industry 2.0. We started using computer as a product, CNC machines, where the computer guided with the physical presence, products were made, CNC machines. Now, we don't require any fellow. The machine itself will learn and give the output. Machine itself will not know what is the output it is going to give. Then, in 5.0, it is much more. In no time, it can spread for the whole of the world. When that is the situation, where is our law? What is our law? It doesn't have a word like internet. We don't require now. Law is outdated. Ah. How to do? There is a way out. You have to think of it. And now criminals worldwide. But you are covered only by Indian law. Anything happens, Indian Penal Code done 200 years ago. Now there is an attempt to change it at least. After 200 years plus, the same IPC, CRPC Evidence Act is trying to be replaced. Such highly educated groups we were, but we never thought of changing it. So also our GST. After 70 years, we thought of having it one market. We should have started with one market. The next day after 1950, we should have scrapped the excise duty, all the duties. We should have stayed keep quiet. We will have a uniform taxation. Similarly, anywhere, any field you look in, there is complacency on the part of legislatures. They are not bothered about properly legislating to keep the welfare of the people intact, interest and rights of the people intact. They are simply there to make some propaganda, make money, loot us, and like fools we are following them. If somebody tries to change, we try to change. Very unfortunate. If you look into the changes that have happened, Sir was telling on the LP office, it would have taken 6 years to get you patent. Today it is taking less than 2.5 years. Trademark, 2 years plus taking. It will take only 2.5 months now. How we have changed? This is where there is need of structural change need to be done to be equipped to reach the requirements of the modern age. But when IP law is national law, IP rates are national, IP crimes are international, and this is the same situation in other countries. Sir, somebody asked me, international agreements. Yes, agreements are there, they are soft laws, they are only dummies. You can't do, you can't enforce. And as a patent fellow, I cannot go on book in every one brand item, I cannot go on booking all over the world, 150 nations. So thereby, we should think of ways. You look into the modern technology, it is totally revolutionized. Kindly look at it, I'll just have a sip of water. Are you able to look into the change in the technology is happening? Now, we have to look into a technology where we have to, but unfortunately, the other laws are also against us. Competition law, it has become very popular. It doesn't allow monopoly. It says stop monopoly. So, competition law is another one, law hitting the base of the law. IT law, they are not. Last week they passed DPDP Act, which is not at all speaks about any IP violation. There is no word at all. Then amend IP laws to include violations of virtual world is required. We need to tell our legislatures, look at this, go on a fast pace, don't lag behind. You don't require 10 years, 15 years to make a law. You have to keep on changing because technology is changing, lifestyle is changing very, very fast. You need to change to help the change that is occurring. Now, there is another flow, you know. There will be no more internets in the days to come. The day is not far off. There will be no internets. There will be splinter nets. What is splinter net? As Indian, there will be a filter. What is Indian law validates, only that will come. That day is not far off. There is already a movement about splinter net coming into fore. At that time we may have a rescue, but we may have to forego right to information. Today he can speak to his family immediately abroad. That communication may be slightly altered, may be different. So these are all the things that are happening around the world. There are a lot of inputs which I am trying to give you. If you have the patience, you can ask me the question. I am ready for it for the 5 minutes, if my professor allows me. Yes, sir, I have seen. I think we will call it a day. May God bless every one of you. Thank you.